Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our One UA webinar series. Happy Webinar Wednesday. We're so excited to have you back with us again this week for another episode of our One UA series. We're excited to have some very special guests today. As a reminder, I am Allison Beasley. I'm our coordinator of parent and family programs here at the university. We are super excited to have some special guests from our Greek leadership here on campus. You will notice that we have three out of four representatives for our Greek councils here at the university. Unfortunately, Interfraternity Council was not able to be with us, but if you would like more information on IFC, you are more than welcome to visit our OFSL website, ofsl.ua.edu, and then search for the Interfraternity Council to find more information about them. So I'm going to let our special guests introduce themselves and tell you a little bit more about the council that they are representing. And I'm going to throw it on over to Miss Fatima first to introduce herself.
Okay, hello, my name is Fatima. I am a sophomore here at the University of Alabama, and I'm the current president of the United Greek Council. The United Greek Council has 6 culturally based organizations here on campus. And in that we have 1 sorority, 1 fraternity, and 4 co-ed fraternities on campus.
Perfect. So if you hear us talk about UGC, that is going to be that United Greek Council. Hannah, I'm going to throw it to you next to do introductions.
Hey everyone, my name is Hannah Hale. I'm currently a sophomore at the Capstone. I'm a political science major, and I'm serving as the vice president of association for the Alabama Panhellenic Association.
Perfect. So Alabama Panhellenic Association, a lot of times we shorten that to Panhellenic or APA. And last but not least, Miss Alyssa.
Hey y'all, my name is Alyssa. I am a senior here at the Capstone. I'm double majoring in creative media and marketing. And right now I am acting as the vice president of the National Panhellenic Council.
Perfect. So that National Panhellenic Council, so NPHC. So if you hear us refer to that. And I know, Fatima, you went over this, but Hannah and Alyssa, would y'all mind reminding folks at home how many chapters each of your councils have here on campus?
Yes, ma'am. So Alabama Panhellenic Association is the largest Panhellenic association in the country. We have 18 NPHC councils as well as 1 affiliate council. So with that, we have 19 chapters on campus, roughly around, I think, 7,400 girls in APA sororities.
And the NPHC is made up of 9 councils, but we currently have 8 of the 9 on campus right now.
Perfect. So for y'all, if you wouldn't mind, just give us your opinion on what it means to be one UA and what does that mean to both you as well as the council that you are representing.
I guess I can go first. To me, one UA means that you're able to talk to everyone here on campus, even though you're so diverse and everyone comes from different backgrounds, you're still able to make friends and talk to each other. And when you're in classes, work together to work towards your major and your goals on campus. And that is exactly also what the UGC wants to do. We want all the chapters and all the members under our chapters to be together, work together, and strive towards their dreams and their goals.
Awesome. Thanks, Fatima. Who else?
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Fatima. For me, I think, and as well as the APA community, it's not just about your chapter as a whole or your major as a whole or APA as a whole. I think what's great about the university is it allows us to all be from such diverse different backgrounds from all over the nation, but still come together on any subject or any project, whether that's community service, academic project, or just linking and uniting each Greek council. I think that's so important that we're all able to do that in such constant contact. And I think the biggest part of that has made it so easy at UA is our communication and our leaders that do that. And with that, I think that the most vital, important part of it is the communication and how well we do get to know each other and we do work well together.
Going off of that, NPHC is really big on unity as a whole. So unity between our chapters and unity between our councils, and then just unity with the departments on campus and making sure that everybody's students' needs are getting met.
I love that. So you all are obviously members of the council that you're representing. So just kind of tell us in your own words, what do you think it is like to be a member of the fraternity and sorority community here at Alabama, and how that supports being 1UA?
I guess like for me, when I joined the university, I wasn't really sure where my place was here on campus. Like I was truly looking for some place where I could meet people and I could ask people for help and kind of find like a mentorship here on campus. And when I rushed under a UGC chapter, I found that place for me. I found that I could be myself and talk to everyone and then also get that mentorship that I needed. And I'm never afraid to go into my chapter and ask questions and ask for help. And I think that is something that 1UA really stands for. Like you want to go out there, you want to help everyone, and you also want to be together. And it's so nice to like have this possibility here on campus and under the UGC Council.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that as well. I think like something that's really in part with like 1UA is the fact that not just like the Panhellenic communities itself, there's 19 different chapters, but we all fall under one community. And with that, like if one chapter needs help with something, we know that we're all going to be there to pitch in with that, as well as like other councils reaching out and like all working together. I think that's so vital. So I think that 1UA is something that we have such a large campus, and a lot of people think that it's very like grouped off to what it is. However, like we really all do work together so well.
Yeah, going off that, like specifically with MPHC, like your background is never a question. And like the Greek community as a whole just makes you feel welcome and like you have a place on campus and a place for you to do good with like philanthropy and community service and things like that.
So speaking of that, Alyssa, that's a perfect segue into my next question. How would you say that your council embodies the ideals of 1UA?
I guess like Hannah said, like you're not only there for your own council or for your own chapter, you're there to help anyone here on campus. And that's also something that 1UA like really stands for is we have a gala at throughout our semesters. Obviously right now we are not able to do it because of COVID, but we still want to work on donating towards the community around us and helping chapters and other councils in the OFSL and just work together to truly like become a whole in the OFSL and find a contact between each other. And we were able to go to the Greek Leadership Summit where we were able to meet so many of like the other chapter members and also talk to students that are under the OFSL and under the other councils. And it truly like helps you find like people that are like you, but also find people with different backgrounds and really talk to each other. And that is something that like we so truly enjoy doing. And then we push our culture and we push saying that put out whatever you want to, like put out your culture, put out your interests, and other students will be willing to listen and they will truly be willing to help you find your place on campus too.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think like another thing that's really big, like not even just like our councils that we all embody, it's that if you have a problem or if you have something that is bothering you or that you want to change, I guarantee you that someone else has had that problem too. And like you're going to find a solution somewhere on campus, whether that's in your community or if it's in the Greek community as a whole or the UA community. And I think that like 1UA, not just talking about like Greek, for instance, but we work really close with like all of our councils work close with SGA and partnering with them as well as the Tuscaloosa community and the university as a whole. And like we use our influence graciously and lead with a gracious hand, like being able to support so much that we do. So 1UA is just like a reminder that it's not just Greek councils. It's not just like your average student. It's the whole Tuscaloosa community and how we all relate together.
And going off of that, like specifically MPHC holds a program called the Think Tank where other councils come and we can talk about issues and talk about different backgrounds and everything along those lines. And that just helps promote the unity between us and how we can help our community.
Yeah, we're actually having a think tank this week with NPHC and like all the councils.
Yes, that's going to be, I believe it's going to be Thursday at 4. It's just going to be a time where everybody can come together, and it's supporting our Black History Week.
That is awesome. So that was, again, Alyssa, a perfect segue into my next question. Are there any specific events or programs that each of your councils does to support the goal of 1UA, or that you've just been particularly proud of with collaborating with a lot of students or anything like that?
I guess I can jump in on this. We just mentioned like the think tanks. APA also hosts think tanks once a month. This month we're partnering with NPHC, and a lot of the other councils are joining in as well. In the past, we've also, like this past fall, we held a think tank and partnered with NPHC. We've also done some stuff with IFC, and looking forward to doing so much more, as well as creating events where all 4 councils can come together.
I guess, like I said, we host a gala, and usually it's our spring semester, but then also we truly we want to push all of our chapters to talk to the other council chapters and work together. And when Greek Week was still happening, we used to have our chapters work with the other Panhellenic chapters or with the IFC chapters and help them out throughout their Greek Week, but also have a way for us to meet everyone.
Yeah, speaking of that, specifically this week, NPHC is partnering with the other councils for Black History Week. Like Tuesday, we are having a movie night together, and then we're having a think tank. So we're always trying to work together to create a better community for the people on campus.
As well as we're redoing and rebooting our Greek programming board, which all 4 councils have a part in. And kind of what Greek programming board is it's an overall board that helps all councils of the Greek community on UA's campus. And with that, we're in constant communication with each other and our own events, and planning events, what used to be Greek Week, but now we're doing Greek Week of Service and that sort of thing. So which all 4 councils will be present for.
I love a good service week. So Hannah, that's really great to hear. I also love a good rhyme. So Greek Week is kind of one of my favorite events, just because I love a good rhyme, a good pun. You'll never hear me complain about those. So one of my last couple questions is, just as a student, and not just speaking from your perspective as a council executive board member, what is something that you've been really proud of that just kind of honors the 1UA ideals while you've been a student here at Alabama? I know that Hannah and Fatima, y'all are both sophomores. So Alyssa, you may have seen a few more events in your time here than those two, but kind of just been, what's one of your favorite things that you would say you've been really proud to see while you're a student here at Alabama?
I can go, but as a sophomore now here on campus, because of COVID, it has been so hard to meet people. And I love how UA still has been able to find ways for us to talk to other people and meet other people by doing online events or having socially distant events here on campus. As a major, as a double major in engineering and German, you get to meet a lot of different people, but it also gets really hard because you're constantly working on your schoolwork and you're trying to get all of those things done, but still having to find ways to meet other people here on campus. I could walk into the library and I asked someone to help me with a project and they would love to help me. And it's things like that that really make 1UA stand out to me. And it shows that, you might be here on campus, you might feel you're by yourself sometimes, but everyone here is one full community. We love helping each other. We love working together. And I always know that if I'm somewhere, I could count on someone else to help me out. And that's really nice.
Absolutely. I completely agree. As being a student, I would say definitely the classroom and each class you take. And even right now, say we have online classes, or you might only have a few in-person classes, even your class group me's, you're going to get to know people just through that. Just communicating about your class, talking about your class, what's going on, projects, that sort of thing, as well as the athletic events on campus. I think that athletic events are totally a great way to meet people, just bumping into somebody in line or high-fiving somebody win a touchdown or anything like that. You're going to meet so many people that you have no idea who they are, but they're your friend after you leave somewhere. So that's what I think is great about 1UA.
And going off of that, like specifically for me, because I am a little older than the rest of the people here, just like programs that UA puts on, like the programs that they have, that's a great way to meet people. That's how I met my best friends, who I met them the first day that I got to school, and we are still friends since then. And it's just the whole community comes together, and you're able to just meet different people and create those relationships.
And going off of what Hannah said about athletic events, I'd like to remind everyone that we are also now a basketball school. So keeping that school spirit, baseball just started this past weekend. So make sure everybody is encouraging your students to go out and support our athletics teams. You know, we are not just a football and a basketball school now. We can, our gymnastics team is so amazing. I could spend all day giving shout out to all of our athletics teams. So I will just give a shout out to all of our athletics teams and remind you to encourage your student to go out and support those student athletes. Okay, so my last question for you ladies is, if folks at home, parents and families, want to learn more about each council, what's the best way for them to find out more information about UGC, APA, and NPHC, as well as IFC? I'm going to give them, if you just want to visit their website, you can just search IFC on ofsl.ua.edu. It's that Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life. If you've heard us talk about OFSL, they're great campus partners for parent and family programs, helping us get connected with these wonderful students. But if y'all wouldn't mind just sharing the best way to find out more information and to get in contact with y'all.
So for the United Greek Council, you can look on the OFSL website, and the UGC will be on there. We are also available on the source, where you will be finding our email and our Instagram. Our Instagram is BEMA UGC, and then our email is ugc@ua.edu.
Yes, and for Panhellenic, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. We also have a website, UA Panhellenic. And then our email is apa@ua.edu. So you can contact us in all of those ways. Of course, again, like Instagram, social media wise, but our website too. It's all linked on our Instagram as well.
Like UGC, you can find us at OFSL on their Instagram and their website, but our Instagram is UA_MPHC, and you can email us at uaMPHC@ua.edu.
Perfect. Thank y'all so much for sharing that contact information. If folks have questions at home while you're watching, please feel free to go to the OFSL website, just ofsl.ua.edu, and you can find tons of information more about the fraternity and sorority communities here at the University of Alabama. Before we wrap up, Fatima, Hannah, Alyssa, is there anything else that you want the folks at home to know? Any other little tidbits or anything that you would share?
I guess I would like to say to everyone that is joining UA that don't be scared to reach out to anyone here on campus. Like, it truly will become your second home, and you'll find your place on campus. If it's not under a Greek community, you'll find your place somewhere else in one of our many clubs that we have here on campus. And it's just so much fun, and we hope that you'll really like it here, and hope to see you soon.
I would just like to say, go to UA sponsored events. Like I already said, like this is where you're gonna find people. And also like get on board day. If you wanna find somewhere, like Fatima said, that you fit in, you can go around and talk to all of these different clubs and organizations and find what's right for you.
Yeah, jumping off all that, mentioned get on board day. I was going to say, take advantage of everything. Alabama has so much to offer. The university has so much to offer. There's a lot of stuff that's free. A lot of sporting events are free. A lot of stuff that goes on campus is free. So if you ever think that you're bored in your dorm, I promise you, there's something going on. You just don't know about it. But go out, go take advantage of all the stuff that's on campus, because there is so much and so much to have.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much for sharing. And I would say that advice is not just for our perspective and incoming students. If you are a current student or you're a family member of a current student, please encourage them that it is never too late to get involved here at the Capstone. There are always more ways that students can get involved and find their place here at UA. There's just so many different ways. obviously we had a panel of our Greek Council representatives today, so I know it may feel like Greek life is a huge part of Alabama. I believe it represents just about a third of our campus. So definitely a great way to get involved, but certainly not the only way. So as Fatima said, go check out thesource.ua.edu. There's a ton of student organizations. We have over 600 student organizations here at Alabama. So many different ways for your students to get involved here. But Fatima, Hannah, Alyssa, y'all have been great representatives of the fraternity and sorority life community here at Alabama. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today and explaining more about what it means to be 1UA while being Greek here at Alabama. Thanks so much for joining us for our 1UA webinar series. We're excited for you to have tuned in throughout the past few weeks. We're excited to share some of these student perspectives, and we hope that we will see you soon. As always, if you ever have any questions, you can reach out to Parent and Family Programs, parents@ua.edu. Give us a call, 1-800-392-2777. And as always, roll Tide.